back to my channel. So today I'm just doing a video on my top choices for Valentine's Day fragrances. This is part 2 of my Valentine's Day series, I guess. There's only 2 parts, but if you haven't checked out part 1, I will link it above or below and it's on my channel. But this one are my top, it's a video kind of on my top choices. And I went back because I know I did a video like this last year on my top 10. And I made sure that none of these are in that video. So if you checked that out last year, I've chosen all new choices. I've divided them up into 3 categories of like cute picks day and night, the super sweet picks day and night, and then sexy day and night. So depending on whatever your plans are with you and your loved one or partner, you can pick what is most suited to you. And I'll let you know what I will be wearing on Valentine's Day as well. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I think we'll start with the cute category. And like I said, I have 2 in each category. One's a day, one's a night, but really it's up to you what you want to wear. The cute category for me, I'm envisioning kind of like day date vibes, cutesy events, maybe a picnic if you live somewhere warm, but just really like a sweet feminine day. Or a sweet feminine fragrance for the day is what I should say. So my day one actually came pretty easily to me because it's a fragrance I've rediscovered in my collection and I'm surprisingly to myself even really loving. And that's Cruel Gardenia by Guerlain, their exclusive range. It's not that I didn't like this, you guys can see I have a dent, be proud. But when I first got this, I think for me it was just kind of a lot more meh, and I ended up getting a little bit turned off by it and I put it aside for a while, and I've rediscovered it recently, and every time I've gone back to it, it's still kind of remained in like the like but not love. And I don't know, for whatever reason I've been really loving it lately. It's got this kind of sparkling opening. I wouldn't say it's like a very super gardenia like solely note fragrance. It's got a sparkling opening. It has a little bit of a powderiness to it that isn't so powdery, but I think Guerlain always, or at least a lot of the time, will sneak that in there. And I think in their exclusive range, Cruel Gardenia is kind of underrated. I never really hear a lot of people talking about it. I hadn't heard about it before I found it on Fragrance Buy last year to pick it up, but I've really enjoyed it. It just makes me think of like it's a really feminine scent. It's very soft, but it does last quite a while on my skin at least. And I can see this being like a really nice date fragrance in general, like a day date fragrance in general. So I had to recommend that one. And then I guess this isn't like a day date at night because that's not the case, but this is my other kind of cutesy fragrance. And it's a lot more mature, it's more sophisticated, it's more expensive, and it's got more of a kick to it. And that one is Love Blossom. Oh my God, by Amouage. I love this one. I think I'm gonna spray this one on me just a little. It does have, again, that kind of really sweet, feminine, powdery, floral vibe that Cruel Gardenia has, but it's that much stronger. It's that much more present and more, what's the best word for it? Really just more enticing, I think. And it's a little bit, in my opinion, more of an interesting scent as well. There is that kind of link of having those soft florals and the powderiness and the femininity there, but if I had to choose between the two, personally, this one just is a little bit more of my favorite. It doesn't have that sparkling nature that this has in the opening, which you might enjoy, but that just makes it a little bit more daytime. And this, I just feel like it has that slight warmth that can more easily go into night. I really love this fragrance. I've really just had nothing but great experiences with the Love range from Amouage, but this one just seems like such a cute, lovely, feminine, alluring scent to wear on Valentine's Day. So those are the cute ones, and now let's move to the sexy. Okay, so For sexy, I think I'm gonna leave sweet for last because that's where my fragrance of the day is gonna be, or Valentine's Day. So for sexy, I also wanted to pick a more daytime sexy scent and then a more nighttime. The daytime's actually the only body spray I'm going with, but I felt like I had to because it is Sex Bomb body spray by Lush. This is a really beautiful jasmine sage, like clary sage scent. I'll spray it in the air because my goodness, I'm going to be spraying so many scents today. I love this one. If you've ever experienced the amazing scent the Sex Bomb bath bomb has in your entire bathroom, when you've used it in a bath, then you will know and love this scent. I find that the Lush body sprays do an impeccable job of matching that scent of whatever product they're supposed to be. Perfectly. Sometimes companies don't get that right, and I can honestly say that Lush does. It's a really popular scent at Lush, and I think for good reason. It's supposed to have the kind of aphrodisiac vibe, and I can't say that it's all the way there, but I do think it's a really soft and more innocent, maybe daytime take on a sexy scent, because maybe you don't want to go all out, maybe you don't want to wear something that's more woody or darker or deeper or too sexy for the day. And this is a really slightly lighter, because these body sprays really do last a long time comparatively, but a slightly lighter day version. And then the night one, I was really torn because there's a whole lot of fragrances that I could have picked, but this one really, in my opinion, takes the cake, and it surprised me how much I've really liked it. And that's Sexy Ruby by Michael Kors. When I picked this up, it was one of the 1999 random finds this past year. I've just really liked it until now. I've said before, it reminds me a little bit of Secret Obsession by Calvin Klein. It's got that kind of enticing, indescribable vibe to it that I just can't get enough of. I have to do like a side-by-side on their note list and see how much similarity they have. And I would like to do like side-by-side tests as well to see really how similar they are. But by memory, there's just some fragrances that have this vibe to them that I find intoxicating. That's like the perfect word for it. And what more would you want out of a sexy fragrance than to be intoxicating? So I really like this one. If you can find it around, I think because it's gotten discontinued, or maybe this was just going on in Canada, I'm not sure, but I know the prices have definitely dropped on these. And if you are interested, perfect time to pick one up. It's a really nice, maybe night in sexy fragrance, because it does tend to stay a little bit closer to the skin. Not a skin scent by any means, but I think it's a really nice one to wear on like a sexy night in with whoever you're spending your Valentine's Day with. And then finally we get to the sweet category, and I think in general, and obviously there are exceptions to the rule, super sweet fragrances are a big favorite amongst men and women, but they tend to really prefer that, and I love a sweet fragrance. So this was the most fun category for me to pick. I picked a day, and then the night fragrance is what I will be wearing on Valentine's Day. So we'll start with the day scent, and that is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme. I have not worn this in a minute, and kind of like the Guerlain, I just rediscovered it when I'm constantly organizing. I might spray this one on me. I really have to give this one a lot more credit. Like, again, you can see the dent. I'm just into it. Like, this is a scent I've always liked. I've liked it from the beginning. It's got a really sweet marshmallow and musky, like lovely, soft sexiness to it that I really, really enjoy. I know people really like the intense. Personally, I've always had just the original Eau de Parfum, and I think it's amazing, and I totally recommend it. It is very sweet, but I think there is something about it that still easily can be a day scent and isn't just so overwhelming where you feel like you have to wear at night. And I think, oh my God, if you're looking for something super sweet to wear on Valentine's Day, what a better scent than a super marshmallow goodness that can kind of carry you through most of the day, I would say. Then, last but not least, the scent I will be wearing. I wonder if any of you have been able to guess it while you've been watching. If you have, then you are a mind reader, because I have hundreds of fragrances, so you never do know. But the scent I chose is La Belle Le Parfum. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. La Belle Le Parfum. Yeah, it's the Eau de Parfum Intense. Oh my God, you guys, there is some addictive drug in this. I'm sure of it. I can't begin to tell you guys how intoxicatingly, sickeningly sweet I find this in the best way. I love this fragrance so much that it constantly makes me think that I should get La Belle, the original, even though I've sampled it and not loved it. But there is something so good, like the tonka and, oh my God, vanilla. I guess the original was just so much more pear and it was more airy. I don't know. It was like pear vanilla, but this is more, there's like a depth to this and a deep sweetness to this. And I mean, give it up for Jean Paul Gaultier, because he really, that whole house, both their women's and men's fragrances tend to run very sweet. And I love that about them. I did a full video on my Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances, so definitely check that out if you're ever interested. But this one, the perfect sweet fragrance, easily can take you into nighttime, lasts incredibly long and well, and I think has a really beautiful sillage. So La Belle Le Parfum Intense is exactly what I'm going to be reaching for this Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this overview and giving you kind of some ideas for different events or things that you might be doing on Valentine's Day, different fragrances to match. I'd love to hear which one of these fragrances you've tried, you'd like to try, or what you know you'll be wearing on Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll end up changing my choice if one of your choices just piques my fancy. But I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.